recording. And go live.
Go live.
Alrighty, there we are.
There we are. Okay.
Are we both on shot? Yeah, we're both framed.
Both
in
in good frames.
God damn it, Beaver. We're on top of it. Let's just get this thing going.
We got a good stance going here.
You mind shutting down?
Oh, yeah. That's the one thing I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
Hey, Jane.
Hey, Jane, you came just in time. We're just going live.
We are literally just starting.
I'm pouring it into a cup. So far, I do not know. What is it? Whipped frosting.
They've done a very good job of artistically on the can. Like, that's a heavy intro on the can. If I was...
I like it. It's very good.
Like, if I was going...
Flying
that
monkeys.
would stick out and hit you in the face in the store.
Right?
Yeah.
Free plug for the flying monkeys. You get one. One for free. You got to send us money.
Whipped frosting meant hazy IPA.
Yeah. You got to be...
It is a bit... the first one was better. It was the one that had the oranges on it. That one was better. This one here has a little bit of that. At the end, you want to do the
Maybe
sour
after
thing.
the whole beer, you might be like, yeah.
I think I'll lean into it.
Yeah.
But these are sippers, eh? They're ones that are like they're eating a sandwich.
Well, and you're not drinking multiples of one kind, right? You're going one to the next, so that's what's going to kind of change you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my palate just got adjusted to that other one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if I started with this one, I might like this one better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Beef.
We're going no hats today.
Yeah, because our hair we're both having good hair days.
I think.
Yeah.
I think.
We're going for mad scientist. We think if we're It's a real intimate one-on-one with me and Beaver, Jane. You're missing out on the live
My hair
one.
looks like a fucking Q-tip. The end of a Q-tip.
Love it.
Yeah, but the girls like when he rubs it on their privates.
Yeah.
Hey Jane, did you ever fart in a?
Oh yeah, this is a question.
You ever fart in a bathtub and have the bubbles go up in your privates and have it feel real nice?
That's what we thought originally. Apparently, they love it.
That's a thing, eh?
Girls say they lie in the tub and fart in the tub, and then the fart bubbles tickle their labia and their clit on the way up to the surface.
Lovely.
And they say it.
Good for them.
Or they'll fart in their pants and it'll go in their vagina.
Like the bubble will go into the vagina, fart bubble.
Right in. I didn't even think that was possible.
Yeah.
Never had that.
No.
Like they're obviously weird.
Never even heard of it, right? Neither have I.
Up until an hour ago, I had never heard of it either.
No, but it's on the wheel.
Yeah.
Fart in your pussy. It's right there. Well, you're missing out on a great show, my love, but thank you for the meat tray.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Maybe you can listen later on.
Yes, I will.
We're
Okay.
gonna really dive deep into the chronicles of pussy farting, or
Fart pussying.
fart pussying.
It's all the little details.
Yeah, fart pussying. I didn't even think that would that doesn't even sound right.
No, it's really weird, man.
It's weird.
It should be pussy fart.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I get.
Yeah, that one I get.
Yeah.
The pleasures of other people, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, guys, this is an educational program. Beaver and I are going to carry the weight of all the disappointments who usually are on this program with us. But there's only one way
To start
this program, Beaver.
And we love how we start this program.
It's with a thing that we call the theme song.
Song.
Johnny can't do that.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, host of the show, man of many talents. He's multitasking like a motherfucker tonight. He's two-time President's Club Award winner, man of the hour, Pete Van Dyke.
Hey! Oh, thank you, Beaver. Thank you, Beaver. Thank you, audience.
There
And thank
it
you,
is.
Beaver.
They appreciate you. Pete, I'm feeling real talkative tonight.
Well, you have to be talkative, Beaver, because you're carrying the weight. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you and welcome to episode 438 here in the Pine Grove Pool Shed. This is going to be a very intimate show. You notice we're on a two-shot tonight, and we're going to be on this two-shot the entire night because there's only one guy with me tonight because the other one's fucked up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the co-host to our show, Derek the Beaver Van Hooten, everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Oh, it's all right. Silence is a virtue.
There we go. The audience is back.
They were a little unsure of me, which is okay. I'll win them over by the end of the show.
You will, Beaver.
I hope
You
so.
will.
I hope so.
Now, maybe a little bit of pause is due to the fact that I am not only hosting this program, but I'm also directing because our regular director, Johnny Renton, is doing nothing. So you'll see, is not here. He bailed. He said he would. We are doing it on Tuesday because that's the night Johnny could do it. And Kevin said, if I'm going to do it at all, I'll do it Tuesday. Both of them no show tonight.
No shows.
Me and Beaver going to carry the weight, and
Which is okay.
Which is cool, man. That's what we do. This is no big deal. We got the Will with us tonight. We don't even need Robot Dave. We just got us two cats, and we're going to keep this show going for
Fuck it.
Johnny,
My favorite word of the show.
no excuse at all. No
None.
excuse. Just saying, not going to make it. Don't think I'm going to make it. Don't think you're going to make it means you're not going to make it, and you didn't make it. So you knew you weren't going to make it. I'm not going to make it. But no excuse. No answer.
Johnny, you're a dear friend of mine, but I got to follow Pete's footsteps in this one.
All I'm saying, and no punishment here, but I'm saying, I'm actually thinking it might be the right decision. Johnny knows his body.
Yeah.
And what that guy does is he rides it hard. He likes to push it to its limits.
You know what? He might just need a nice timeout. Maybe right now he's sitting at home watching. Guess what he's not watching? He's not watching the Lightning lose the game.
Oh, maybe
But you know
that's
what?
why he's not here.
He's sitting in his sorrows having a nice cheesecake. And
Ooh, I bet you that is what he is doing.
and you know what? He's probably enjoying it. And I would too if I were him.
He's sitting there. He probably had another one of those showers. He had one last week, and he's like, wouldn't this be nice if I had the same thing, a shower, and then got to just, like, sit around eating cheesecake and watching, like, the new American Idol or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever he's into. Johnny's probably into American Idol. I bet you he likes it.
Oh, yeah. He's also into, I bet you, Law and Order.
Oh, he also likes German shit porn.
German shit porn, eh?
Yeah, he likes one.
That's very specific.
Well, it's the only people that are gross enough to make that are the Germans.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So it's like kind of redundant to say it, German shit porn. You know, it's like you could just say shit porn, you'd know where that's coming from.
Right.
That's only going to be the Germans.
The Germans.
The Germans. That's all I can think of because that's gross, taking a poop on someone.
Yeah, that is, wow.
Yeah.
I can't even describe it. Like, that's disturbing.
To me, it's like something bad happened in your life if that's what you get turned on by.
Yeah. Like, it's one thing to do anal because it's in and nothing's coming out.
Yeah. And I'll tell you something. If a girl's kind enough to...
Maybe something's coming out, but at the end.
Yeah, if a girl's kind enough to allow me to do things in that area and something happens to come out, like, that's just the cost of doing business.
Yeah, that's how they developed the term shit happens, right?
Exactly, man. Yeah. You're going to get no judgment from this fella right here.
None whatsoever.
What you're going to get...
You better hope you don't get poop in your dick hole.
Yeah, and that's the risk I take.
Yeah.
If I'm going to do something like that, then that's the risk I take.
Yep.
But, if we're going to be playing butthole games, then you assume certain risks, and that's what you do. That's how life works. Pete.
That's how life works. There's risk to everything.
Yeah, like you want the pleasures of the butthole, you get the pink eyes of the butthole. That's how it works.
Yes. There's consequences to every pleasure.
Exactly. You want anything good, you got to pay a price,
Yeah, you can pay a price in the normal hole, right? Potentially.
Yeah, right.
If you go risky business, right?
Yeah, if you go risky business.
Mm-hmm.
If you go just standard fare, it tends to get mundane.
Yes.
Perhaps, you know?
Perhaps.
Not to use too many big words on this program, but you know what I'm talking about, you know?
Yeah, never been.
So there's always a cost, you know?
Yeah.
If I'm out there tomcatting around town, sticking my dick in everything that moves, now I have probably had a few diseases.
Probably.
I've had to get a few Q-tips up my pee hole, you know, to see if I got the clap.
That's one. I've been tested many times in my life, and it's one thing I've never gotten is a disease.
Have you ever had the Q-tip in the pee hole though, to check if you got a disease?
No, I've the blood sampling.
Oh yeah, but you ever? So you
I've,
never banged someone that had the clap?
Like scrape the scrotum. Like goes in the pee hole. Yeah, I know, and that's the painful one. Yeah.
Yeah, the chlamydia.
Yeah.
They check it for chlamydia.
Yeah, they could do that with a blood sample too.
They can do that.
Yeah. And a urine sample.
Because I remember when I was younger, like if someone got the clap, like one of my friends were banging someone, and then they got the person they were banging got the clap.
Mm-hmm.
Then they'd call you and they'd say I got the clap, you better get checked out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'd have to go, and then it always involved a Q-tip up the pee hole.
Oh. Yeah, no, I've done a pee test before for chlamydia.
Yeah, no, I've never got anything.
But I never got anything. No, clean as a whistle. I am a clean Dutchman.
That's good. I'm obviously clean. I've never had anything.
And since I married my wife, I've only been with my wife, so
you know what?
There's no getting anything anymore.
Yeah, but unless our wives are tomcat around,
right,
and then we get it. Oh, that's the worst. That's soap opera bad stuff, man.
Yeah, that's Days of Our Lives stuff right there.
I all of a sudden get like herpes, and I'm like, man, I was so good my whole life,
and now you've got something that's gonna last forever.
And now I got herpes because my the person I was devoted to decided that she was gonna ride a herpes ridden cock or something one day.
Ride the nasty train.
Man, that would be just a tough pill to swallow.
That'd be a tough pill to swallow. You're damn right. There's no forgetting, that's for sure.
No, there is no forgetting. You gotta wear that around. It's
you can forgive, but you definitely won't forget it.
But luckily, there's enough people with herpes now that you can just build a community of people that are just cool with it.
Yeah. It's probably like the way this day and age, the amount of diseases going around. There's communities for everything, right? It's no longer just AA.
It's like I bet you can't get herpes twice, can you?
I don't know.
Like you can't get. It's like if you already got it, then what's the point of you can't get it again?
Right.
It's like AIDS or HIV. You know, if you're already HIV positive, you bang someone that's HIV positive.
Unless you go straight bore AIDS after, I don't know.
You can't get but there.
If you got HIV and then you bang someone with AIDS.
Who has full blown AIDS? It's not gonna. You can't catch their full blown AIDS. Your HIV still got to turn into.
Yeah, it's got to progress.
Yeah. So I think it's still I think that's you can't get pregnant twice. You know.
Yeah. See, I'm a dummy when it comes to that kind of stuff.
So. Like if all of a sudden, let's say I'm not fertile anymore, I'm vasectomied. But if I was fertile.
Yeah.
And a pregnant woman, and single, I'd be fertile and single in this situation. Okay. So I'm fertile and single.
Yeah.
And a pregnant lady comes up to me and it's just I wanted to have a baby, and I got a sperm donor.
Yeah.
I'm going to raise it by myself. Mm-hmm. But I'm 8 months pregnant, super horny. I just want someone to bust loads into me. Mm-hmm. That maybe I'll or maybe she's 9 months pregnant, you know. Mm-hmm. And then she just wants someone to dump loads into her so that maybe it'll get the pregnancy started, you know? Mm-hmm. Would you do that as a favor?
You know what?
You're single?
Depending on the circumstance, that would be pretty cool.
I think it would be an awesome opportunity.
I think it would be awesome. Like, when my wife was pregnant, that's all I wanted to do was bang her.
Oh, I love pregnant women, eh?
Yeah. Well, I love my wife pregnant.
Well, yeah, of course, and I do too. But if you think of it from a biological standpoint,
yeah,
the most attractive woman, if we were attracted to people because of mating, right? Because you want to look for a suitable mate, right? That's the idea behind it. Then you'd want to find someone that was Oh shit! What were we just talking about? I just blanked again.
Pregnant lady.
Yeah.
And
Then
you're
what could be
single.
more like feminine and attractive than a woman that like what could you want to look for signs that a woman's like going to be a good mate? You want to look for like birthing hips. You know, you want to look for like the things that big boobs to feed. And those sorts of things. And then, so what could be more feminine than an already pregnant woman? She's going to be able to have babies because she's already got a baby in her, right?
Right.
So if you're attracted to people for the purpose of having babies,
That would be the most attractive.
that would be the most attractive.
Yeah,
of
number
pregnant
one.
woman.
Yeah.
That's what I think. That's what was a long way of going about it. But thank you. That's what point I was trying to make. And I think it's sexy as heck. Just the whole deal.
The whole deal.
I loved it when my wife got pregnant, man. It was just terrific. It was like watching something like that you couldn't even comprehend in your head,
Mm-hmm.
Like their whole body changes. And life
Everything.
grows inside them,
Yeah.
Their organs shift, to make room for the baby, and they don't even go back to the same place when they're done,
No.
And then like everything changes. The nipples, like as soon as my wife got pregnant, her nipples were different,
Yeah, I can agree
cool.
with that. I can agree, yeah.
It was like immediately you're like, well, those are different. There's something different about them, and then they become different. They're not boobs.
Did you take a
anymore.
picture before? You know how when they're
I wish, man. I took a picture in my head, and I still have it in my head.
I took a picture.
You took a picture of your wife's boobs?
Yeah.
That's such a smart move, Beef. Such a smart move.
I can't believe she agreed to it. Like,
Man, oh man, what's that in a shoebox in your house?
No, it's in my phone.
Oh my God, am I ever gonna try to
Hack
figure
my
out what your password is over your shoulder one day? I'm just gonna be in there. I'm like, God damn it, where is it?
I couldn't believe I got it because
The pre kid Julie boob picture is in your phone right now.
Yeah, like
God damn it, you can show it to me.
Like day before.
You never even like. If that's crazy, Beef. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's such. There's gonna be a day. I bet you. Like 20 years from now. How old are you now?
I'm 37.
So like you'll be 57, and I'll be like almost fucking dead. What am I now? Almost 50. So I'll be almost 70.
I'll show you then.
And your wife's gonna be how old is she?
She's a year younger than me, 36.
So she's gonna be the same thing. Like, wow. So she'll be in 20 years. She'll be 56.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. At 56. I think your wife would gladly
allow
you to show the pre-kids boobs of Julie, and I would be able to look at it and be as dirty as I wanted because it would make her feel nice. You think that's probably accurate? Like if you,
I'd say 90% because you never know about the 10, right? You never know about 10%.
Maybe not. Maybe not even 20 years because 56 is still she could still be pretty hot. At 56, but at maybe 76, but then I'd have to.
You're gonna be borderline.
Yeah,
fucking.
I'll be pushing daisies.
I hope.
No,
I'll be hope one
but
day.
there'll be a time though where she's gonna be like really happy. She'll be like, I can't believe there's a picture of my tits out there.
Right.
And everyone's gonna be like, oh, Mom, you're just an old lady, and she'll be like, yeah, you don't know about me.
You don't know.
And then she's like, your dad's got a picture on his phone. Gone through 18 updates.
Yeah, exactly. Gone through many updates. Oh yeah.
Anyway.
'Cause I've never got a nude from my wife ever in my life, and then I got that picture.
There's never been, and this is the truth, and my wife would be happy for me to share this publicly. There's never been a picture or a video or anything of my wife in any sort of the bath.
Yeah, me neither.
In my whole life. Well, not you. Your wife's got boobs. Let you take a picture of her boobs for the phone.
Yeah, but that was that was almost in a medical situation the way she looked at it, I think.
It's such a smart move, though. Have a look at these puppies beforehand, so you have a. Whoever gave her that advice is a smart lady.
Well, yeah, I almost want to. You know how sometimes people will talk, they'll say things around your cell phone, and the next thing you know, it becomes a search.
Mm-hmm.
Like I almost want to say dirty things into my wife's cell phone, just so it comes up as ads and fucking. You know how when guys will go up to their wife's phone and start talking about gifts they want, shit, golf clubs and vacation.
I never thought about this.
Oh yeah, you just got to talk about it around your wife's phone. Man, the other day, I was in Norfolk Tractor looking at a chainsaw and a weed whacker, and the lady's like, instead of buying a still, I would suggest, for the same quality and less price, I would suggest an Echo. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm looking. And she gives us the pamphlet, but I leave. Not an hour later, the next ad on my Facebook was of Echo gardening tools.
Yes, I know. It's sometimes very quick.
It's quick, man. Like, and they
so
think
you
I'm
think
stupid?
if I went to my wife's phone and I just whispered into it like
dirty sex positions?
Or how about this? I just whispered into it like, hey, like there's a lot of shitty husbands out there. So you're really lucky to have a good one.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know?
And then she'll get like memes and shit.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
And they go like, oh man,
husband of the year.
Appreciate your husband.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I appreciate my husband. Boy, oh boy, my husband's a great guy.
Yeah.
If I did that in her phone, would the phone kind of spread that shit to her?
Oh, man, it definitely, man, because I've tested it out on my phone and this scenario. Like, after a scenario, I said a couple, I just started, even farming equipment, if I'm searching that online, because that's what I do all day.
Yeah.
Like, that's what my day-to-day is farming, so if I'm looking at a piece of equipment, well, next thing
you ever jerk off to a spring too?
Next thing you know, it's a fucking in an ad on my Facebook. Like, fuck.
Right.
Like, it don't make sense.
Well, what I don't understand is that my algorithm's not as good as other people's. Like sometimes it's obvious, like you said.
We've had an episode about this.
Because mine, like all of a sudden, I'll get I get a lot of dating Asian women or like buying a Ukrainian bride or something like that.
Well, maybe you have some interesting porn searches, I guess.
But I don't. That's the thing.
No, it's just generic.
Yeah, it's not even in consideration with my porn searches. Like it's like I don't. They're not my interests. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's like the opposite.
Yeah, and I'm kind of already married too. Like it's like I'm not looking for buying a wife online.
Yeah, you're not looking for a mail order.
You know, and like that's what's coming up on my YouTube things. It's like that and
see, my Instagram searches are exactly usually what I'm thinking in my head.
Hey, you see that commercial with that girl with the mustache?
Keep going.
She's like a young high school girl or something. She got a mustache, and then she's sad about it. But then she starts looking at pictures of cool people with mustaches, and then she sees a Freddie Mercury one, and then she goes. It's an Amazon ad, I think. And then she goes on and she gets like a Freddie Mercury jacket on Amazon, and she walks into high school with her mustache and a Freddie Mercury jacket.
Really?
She's like rocking it, you know. Mm-hmm. And then you haven't seen that ad?
No.
It's on all the time. I thought you'd see it with hockey or something like that.
No.
But God damn it.
At least it's not putting something to my head right now. Like I'm doing a lot of listening to the radio lately because I'm in the tractor. So
I want to bring up that. I'll bring up that maybe after the show. I don't have a prep.
I haven't been watching a lot of videos or TV much of late. It's a lot of late nights. So
I just wanted to get your opinion of the mustache girl.
The mustache girl. So the mustache.
Let's say you got a girl. She's gorgeous. Let's say like she's beautiful, right?
Yeah, but she's got a little bit of hair on her upper lip.
Got a dark mustache, yeah, and you're like, and everything about her's terrific, but she just got this little, very noticeable mustache. But she's otherwise gorgeous. So what would you do, Beef?
That's a tough one.
And her personality's great.
And it's a natural thing. It's not something they could avoid. I think there's a lot of women out there that shave their mustache.
Yeah, I think they do. Yeah, but what if they let it? What if they just said, "This is how I look"? Are you looking up the ad?
Yeah, I see it. I see the broad.
She's not like gorgeous,
no.
But she's a pretty girl or whatever, you know.
But she's got a mustache.
See that kind of mustache?
Yeah, and then she put the yellow jacket on.
Yeah, that's the girl, right?
Yeah.
So like a girl like that, she's got that mustache, but it's like she's still a hot girl, right?
Yeah, that's a tough one. That can always be fixed.
Yeah, you can take the mustache off, but I'm saying this girl's keeping it on because she owns it.
She's embracing it.
You like the girl's personality, you like the girl's looks, except you don't like her mustache.
I think you got to take it in the moment, like as in you'll know in the moment, and that's the only way you'll know because, Like,
you'll be able to look past her. You won't be able to look past her.
well, yes, it'll either be really good, or really bad. Like, I honestly think it's all about in the moment, right?
Yeah.
Because if they, like, even if they can, like, it's all about connection, right? You know right away.
Yeah. But, like, imagine if your friend, like, brings this girl,
like,
and he's
everybody's
in
got
love with her, and then, but you're looking at her like, oh, my God.
Oh, there's another thing. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Another scenario. Do you mention it to your buddy?
Yeah, he's just like, oh, my God, she's just the best. She's
I bet you
beautiful.
something
She's
like-
perfect. She's my dream girl. And you're like, all my buddies are going to be making fun of her mustache behind my back, like, every single one of them.
Yeah.
So I got to, like, be like, okay, guys,
I
know my girlfriend's got a mustache, but she likes it, and she's owned it.
Yeah.
It's like who she is. She grows this thing. If you want to call her Burt Reynolds behind her back, you call her Burt Reynolds behind her back. But I am good. I love her.
I love it.
I love her, and I don't mind it. It tickles us it tickles when we kiss.
Yeah.
You know, like I would just be like, I would own it.
See,
I'd be like, you can't make fun of my wife. Like I know what's going on. Go ahead and make fun of her, but like she's a charming woman, and what you're doing is you're boiling her down to one single attribute, and I don't appreciate it.
Right, because I didn't marry my wife because of the way she looks. That was not the first thing.
If you do that, you're gonna have a fucking terrible life.
Yes.
Can I borrow one? Yeah. Bum a light.
Do you want the pink one to permanently?
Pink one, please.
Permanently
Yes.
stay over there.
Yes, thank you.
But yeah, no, that can't be the reason. Like,
if you get married because you think the person's hot,
worst thing you could ever do.
Yeah, then your marriage will last as long as they're hot, which isn't very long.
Isn't very long.
No. Even if they remain hot to everyone else in the world, to you, they're going to eventually become the thing you see all the time.
Right.
And no matter how hot that is, it becomes a thing you see every time. You know, you can't see it objectively anymore.
Well, and when you a public perception of hot is 5% of the time.
Yeah, like my wife to me is hot.
Same here.
And but like I know that like in 50 years or something like that, she's still going to be hot to me, but to the rest of the public, she's not going to be.
Right. Like,
you know what I mean?
It can't be it's got to be one of the last reasons you're with somebody.
Yeah, like because like I'm not. Yeah, that beauty's fleeting.
Yeah,
you have to marry a person, or you have to like a person because of the person. You know,
about number 7 or 8 on the scale of necessities. There's so many, and the ones below it are like hugely important.
Oh my goodness!
Like looks are like I said, it's about 5%.
I think honestly, a successful marriage is like a successful business. Like, and you have to have a business partner that's willing to work with you
and grind it.
Yeah, and it's hard work. They both have to put the same effort in that the other one is.
Oh, I always say the hardest thing I'll ever do in my life is to be married. It's like literally the hardest thing I do.
It's really hard because you're both changing all the time, and you're both different people, and constantly changing. And you're saying, yet through all this change, we're going to like still be committed to one another. That's fucking hard to do.
Yeah, and perception of each other and opinions.
Yeah.
So Pete, let's hear about this wheel here you got behind us. Let's what do you got on there?
Oh, this wheel?
Yeah. I'm really liking what I see here.
Well, on the wheel today, we have Fart in Your Pussy, which we already talked about. Last week we had what do we have? Less. It was Want Less.
Want Less.
This week we have Think Less. We have Boob Size by Country.
I like that.
We should try to guess who's got the biggest boobs in the world. ChatGPT, which is a big subject. Women Control Cultures made it 2 weeks in a row. Minimum swearing age made it again. Weird pastimes from history. Oh. And Fart in Your Pussy again. So that's our wheel. You want to give it a go? Let's just see what happens.
Give it a go. Let's give it a go. Oh, you almost got it.
Oh, weird pastimes in history.
Weird pastimes.
All right. Well, this is just going to be me and you. Mm-hmm. And so what I'm going to do is, most of these are going to be pretty easy. But I want to explain some weird pastimes in history. You try to guess where it happened.
Okay.
And so this is like, to set this up, before there was TV and the internet, people had to just like do stupid shit,
right,
to pass the time,
and entertain themselves.
Yeah,
kind of like the Amish have to do now.
Yeah, and so there's some really weird shit through history. So I'm just going to name some stuff. Some of it's only happened in the past. Some of it still happens today, and you just got to try to guess where in the world.
Okay.
So the first one is who would set out picnics to watch a war battle?
Wow, that's quite the scenario.
This would be in the 1800s.
Set out a picnic to watch a war battle. Well, that strikes me as like a German thing.
Oh, good guess. But no, in this case, it's the Americans.
Really?
During the Civil War, they would go out and have a picnic while a lot of times their neighbors and stuff were getting butchered and cannons shot at them.
Oh,
stuff,
yeah. So kind of like gangs in New York.
But they would go and just have a little picnic from the top of a hill and watch the battle.
The battle go on? Okay.
Yeah. That's American. That's about as American as it comes.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, in the 19th century, which is like, again, the 1800s, which country was one of the most popular pastimes visiting the morgue?
Wow, visiting the morgue. That was a thing.
Yeah, it all started because there was a girl who died just from like a bruise on her finger, and then they wrote about it in the paper, and then everyone went to the morgue to see the girl's body.
Because they didn't believe it, probably.
Yeah, and then...
that strikes me as a European thing.
Yes, it is in Europe.
Is it like a British thing?
Well, I'm going to give you a couple hints. Morgue is very macabre. Morgue. Parlez-vous morgue?
Oh, yeah, like in Paris.
Yeah, it's French. It's Parisian.
French.
It actually was the Parisians in particular. It was in Paris where one of the most favorite pastimes, if you go to Paris, you got to check out the morgue.
Yeah, so
where people would crowd in front of the windows and look at the dead bodies.
So they were calling bullshit on the death, and they were like, "No, this can't be."
There's like the weirdness of seeing dead people.
Mm.
To keep on that
topic,
which country would have mummy unwrapping parties?
Mummy unwrapping. Oh, that's like
They would get these mummies from Egypt.
I was going to just say, yeah, and then they'd unwrap them,
and they would get them shipped to their country.
What?
And then unwrap
What time
them.
of life was that?
This is
probably a long time ago.
1800s. It would be the 1800s.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Early 1800s. Yeah.
They would unwrap a mummy, like in Pakistan.
No, these are rich Victorian Brits.
Really?
Yes. Yes, they would.
What would they do after? Oh, look what we found.
They would bring the sarcophagus and they'd unwrap it. And then they would they would have surgeons and stuff that would like flip back.
Oh
the thing.
yeah.
And they would usually unwrap the mummy and then make fun of its features.
Really?
Especially like its privates and stuff. Like they would mock them.
I thought it was more like in the research side of like medicine that they would.
No, just for the peculiarity
just for interesting, just for shits.
Okay.
That's fucking weird, man.
This is like medieval times, but it still actually happens today. Mob football.
Mob football.
And in this mob football, there was only one rule: no murder.
No murder. So it was like
you had to take
it was
ball.
like the Purge, except no death.
You could not kill, but you could do anything else, and all you do is take this ball and put it in the goal. You have to put in the goal 3 times to get 1 point. And it goes back and forth, and they still play in one town in this country today, where they get together and
stumpers at
beat the shit out of each other.
Really?
Yeah. This one is, You got to think about people that...
Like in Australia?
Oh, good guess. Good guess, but no, it's their parent country, the UK again.
Oh, okay.
You got to understand, these people in the UK drink a lot. They come up with a lot of drunk ideas.
Wow, that's a drunk idea right there.
Yeah, I'll give you one more. I'll just say this is them again. There's one place in England that carry a barrel of flaming tar through the streets every year.
Yeah.
They have a barrel of tar, and they light it on fire, and then they got to, like, run it through the streets. People, like, carry it on their head while they got, like hats and shit.
Yeah, to carry the bowl of tar.
And then they just, and then when they can't take it anymore, they give it to another guy, and he runs it. It's all to celebrate Guy Fawkes Day. You ever heard Guy Fawkes?
No.
He's this British guy who tried to blow up Parliament. He was just like a regular guy.
Oh.
And, like, he wanted to, like, blow up Parliament.
So they tarred him and lit him up?
Well, like, he tried to burn it down, but it didn't work. So every year, the common people would celebrate what Guy Fawkes tried to do by lighting big bonfires in the local parks and getting pissed up. They still do it every year.
I was just going to say that whole process had to start at a bar.
Yeah, yeah. Again, it's a drunk idea, and it's always great. Some of the bonfires they light in these parks, though, are like the biggest fires I've ever seen.
Really?
Oh, yeah, man.
Just monsters.
I had the best time on Guy Fawkes Day when I was in England, and I got fucking hammered. And I think I got alcohol poisoning, actually.
You can just be a pyromaniac and just light everything up.
They have like all the skids that England ever used in the year.
Really?
And then it's stacked up higher than like a building, and then they set it all on fire. The flame is like, I can't even believe they do it in a public space. And people are like pretty close to this giant fire.
Really? See it from space kind of thing?
Yeah, it's crazy. But it was actually a fun time. Whole park's full of drunks.
I'm glad you did this because it's like a whole bunch of random facts that I was...
Another thing that the Brits do is shin kicking. They kick each other in the shin.
Ow.
But they stuff their like pants with straw.
So it doesn't hurt as bad?
So it doesn't hurt as bad.
After about 10 kicks, or 5 kicks, the straw is now flat.
Yeah, yeah. What country did where you could go and watch a bomb be detonated? An atomic bomb.
Oh, in Japan or China, like Hiroshima?
Nope. And this is also the U.S. of A.
No way.
Yeah, Las Vegas, Nevada in the 1950s.
You're right.
Kennedy had actually said a law to say, you can't do that anymore because of all the radiation poisoning that tourists are getting.
Tourists are dying.
Yeah. What else?
You no longer can allow people to pay money to kill themselves.
Yeah, yeah. Last
Slowly.
one. What country made cheetahs their house pets?
Oh, like Saudi Arabia?
Ooh, that's a pretty good guess. You're in the right
They do
neighborhood.
now, anyways.
Do they really?
Well, they got lions and shit as their fucking...
Yeah, I suppose they do, right? Well, this was the Egyptians.
Oh, fuck, I was close.
Yeah, you were in the right neighborhood.
You dropped the cherry?
I don't have an ashtray yet.
Oh, shit, I got 2 over here.
Yeah, you're hogging the trays, buddy. All right, that's it for that game. Weird, eh? Oh, fart in your pussy. Let's do this one.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to probably wonder why it says fart in your pussy. Well, me and Pete just happened to come across an interesting video online.
Can you see this screen here in Beef?
Yes.
This one that's waving up the thing?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to play part of this for the viewers here. Let's see if this works. Windows capture. God, there it is. Wait, no, this one. There we go.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can do this. Oh, I have to go to this one then. That one.
I need to ask you both a question. Is it true that when you fart sometimes the fart goes up into your vagina?
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of like it when that happens.
But you know what?
What?
Luke, don't film it!
I'm filming me. They don't know who you are. Tell me the truth.
When you have a bush, it happens less.
So it feels nice?
Yeah, it feels real nice.
I don't know why it feels nice, but it feels really nice.
Sometimes it happens and it'll just ride up. But sometimes it happens and it goes to a spot and it sits there and you're like, wow, dude, if I move a certain way, I could keep it there.
Like a fart bubble.
In your vagina?
Yeah.
And then can you fart if you get it out? Does it make a sound?
No.
No, it just mostly just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you ever fart up into your dick?
No.
Ooh, I'll tell you when it happens and it feels really good.
Okay.
when you're in the bathtub and you
Oh,
have a
yeah.
huge fart,
Okay.
and you're sitting so that all the air comes up the front.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like in the bath, if you like have a big fart,
Yeah.
multiple bubbles, and the pressure goes all the way up. So even though it's not stuck necessarily in your vagina lips, it's still going in front of your clit.
So it's like vibrating your vagina.
Yes.
Oh,
Number one, he's laughing because this is one of the greatest days of his life that he gets to figure this shit out, right? Like,
and Pete, this guy's thinking what me and you are both thinking. Like, we had no idea.
no idea that girls would sit in a bathtub and like let out a big fart, and as the bubble came up from their butthole, it would tickle their vagina lips, as this girl so eloquently put.
Yeah.
And then
Rub against their clit.
their clit on the way out.
It's like lazy masturbation.
Good God, man! I like farting in the tub. Don't get me wrong; it's
Yeah.
fun. The best part about farting in the tub is the fact that when the fart comes out the top, it's concentrated fart. Right?
Yeah, it's like putting it in a jar.
Yeah, because there's no air mixed with that fart that comes out.
No.
So when that thing comes out, especially if you're in the tub with your wife or whatever, and you're lying like head to foot or something like that, you know, that thing will come out right under her nose.
Yeah.
And then it comes out, breaches the water, pure fart.
Pure fart, and it
doesn't have time to mix with the air by the time it gets to her nose. So that will make her gag for sure, and that's hilarious. You know, I understand that kind of entertainment value from farting in the tub. But I had never thought it could have a pleasurable experience.
Yeah, I didn't know they like it. Is it literally lazy masturbation?
Yes, kind of. But I mean, God damn it, I'd be eating fucking bean salad before I go to have a bath if I was a lady.
Well, we always used to say to our wives, you know, oh, geez, like fucking chilly tonight. I'm going to be shitting my pants. And meanwhile, in their heads, they're like, ooh,
time for a bath.
Time for a bath. Time to have a good time. Put on some, you know, when I'm done the bath, I'll have to put some latex pants on and just trap it.
Yeah. Yeah. Trap it so it makes a big bubble and I just feel full in my vagina.
Yeah, put some Lulus on and lock a bubble and
another piece of that we have to mention is the fact that they said that you feel it more when you have no bush, right?
Yeah.
When you have bush, it mutes it.
Right.
Somehow the hair it gets diffused in the hair.
Well, it's almost like seals are now gone, right?
I guess so, yeah.
I think that's what it is.
The pants will stick to the front of your body.
Yeah, that's what it is, I think.
If you have no pubic hair, and then the
it has
fart
to go there.
The fart has nowhere to go but the hole, so it fills you up.
Yeah. So if you got bush, even if you got a little bush, it's like, you know.
These girls in this video, they are wearing tight pants a lot, right?
Guaranteed.
And
what woman doesn't wear tight pants?
I don't know. When that girl said your pussy lips, when she said your pussy lips, I was like, oh, that's
descriptive.
That's super sexy.
Nicely descriptive.
That's super sexy.
We say tight pants, but these days the new trend, as my wife puts it, is so guys these days have to fucking they want us to fucking yank our pants up with a fucking vice grip because they're so tight, and women are now going to baggy pants.
Baggy pants for girls? Well, why do we have
baggy? And then the top of the pant is up past the belly button.
I don't like it.
I don't like it at all.
I want to wear.
My wife says, "Oh, Derek, that's the trend. That's you know."
Well, and you start wearing MC Hammer pants.
Yeah.
And you say that's a trend.
Yeah.
And then she says, "No, it's not, Beaver. I haven't seen anyone wearing MC Hammer pants." What about MC Hammer? You say, right?
Yeah.
You got it one. You got the argument one.
Jesus,
right
I hate.
Next thing you know, you're wearing MC Hammer pants all around town. You can't touch this.
Yeah.
No. Can't touch this.
I just hate who starts these trends. It's easy for a woman to say, "Oh, it's trending." Yeah, who? Yeah. Why don't you start a trend of wearing?
You know what? The other thing too is your wife is in your 30s.
Yeah.
30s are a difficult time. You want to keep up with the people in their 20s because they're the trendsetters, right?
Yeah.
They're the height of pop culture. because you don't want to admit that you're in your 30s, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, but you're not, and you're not old like those bitches in their 40s, you know?
Right.
And then, so you're like, you're hanging on, right? But the reality is, those girls in their 20s are trying to dress different than you.
Right.
They're trying to do their own thing,
They're
you
trying
know?
to do their own thing.
And you already had your own thing, and that you look good in, that you think looks good, and you are wearing these pants that you know. Now your wife's different. She's in her 30s. So she didn't go through the time of these horrible pants.
Right.
My wife did, right? She's in her 40s, so she already wore these pants in the 90s.
Yeah.
And they had their time, and they're done. And now when she goes back, she's embarrassed when she would wear those pants too late, you know, because they're out of fashion.
Yeah, see, for me, the 90s
And so now she feels like she's going back to out of fashion again, so it's difficult. All my wife wants to do is wear bell bottoms, because they came back in the 90s.
Right,
when
yeah,
she's
I was
going
just
through
gonna say, bell bottoms were and the flare at the bottom, real tight, and then like from like the knee down, it was like baggy,
flared out, and she loved that look. And if you give that back in fashion, she's going to be loving it. And so
she's waiting for it.
Yeah, and I'm just like, who gives a shit if it's in fashion? It makes you feel good.
Wear it.
Go there and wear that shit, you know? And I think it looks good, too, because I remember those days. But then we go out looking like we're two people with mullets stuck in the 90s, you know what I mean? Like, we're just, like, in a different time.
A pair of Wayne's World wannabes.
You know what I mean? Like, you just get stuck, and that you don't want that either.
No.
But God damn it, it looked good to me.
Right. But
why I'm stuck is because I was fucking awesome then.
Yeah, exactly. And you had not a care in the world.
Yeah, it was the best.
Fuck it. But back to that video. I definitely have never got a fart to go into my dick hole.
Well, that is the dumbest question ever.
Like, that is not even...
Oh, you don't get a fart to go in your dick hole? It's got to go out of my ass, around the front, and up and into a tiny little hole.
Down the shaft and back, change trajectory and go back up the hole? No.
No. The most I get is it's flapping around my hemis in the back. And, you know, that does feel all right.
It tickles the fancy, eh?
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
Right.
And... also, I like the old Hemis give it a little bit of more, what do you call it, a tone?
The tone? Okay.
You can make more different notes with it. It's, it's got more vibration.
It's got a little musical tint to it, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Beav, I don't want to be too dirty on this show, but I got to tell you, I took a dump this morning.
Yeah.
That I was just, like, amazed by. Amazed.
Hit personal records?
Oh, my God. It was enormous, so much, and of course, it did. First flush, it was like
it didn't like it.
Negative.
So panic mode kicked in.
It looked like a whole team of like a whole bus of people shit in an outhouse, and it was just me in one sitting. It was like, oh my goodness, what did I do? Just huge.
Yeah, so you've courtesy flushed, and
it did not. Like, yeah, courtesy flush because it's coming out of the water. There's so much of it, right? So then you give it the flush, and then you're like, oh, no.
Should I flush it again? Yeah.
I waited, and I'm like, the water's going to break it down. Thank God. Thank God the water did break it down.
Softened her up.
I knew there wasn't much paper in there. If you do that with the paper, you're fucked.
Fucked.
Now you're in big trouble. But I had, like, very little paper in there. I just had, like, one wipe just to kind of, like, because it was like you sit down and just evacuate, and it's like, holy mackerel.
Holy jeez,
it felt like a normal dump, and then you look in there, and you're like, my God, there's so much.
Because you have to look.
Yeah, you got to look.
You got to look.
Who doesn't look?
Yeah.
But I was impressed. I was like, that is so much. Like, you want to take a picture and show your friends so bad. But there's no friend that appreciates a picture, you know?
Oh, the best ever was my kid. When the first time he pooped in the toilet. He didn't even put the seat down. He just did standing, and he just hovered his butt over the porcelain.
Asian style.
Yeah, exactly. Over the porcelain, and because we were building it up, right? Like, come on, you like stop with the diapers, right? You got to go in the toilet. And Julie had got him toys. Like, he'd been staring at these toys above the toilet. That you're gonna get that toy if you poop in the toilet. So, and he was always religious when he pees, like flush the toilet right away.
Yeah.
You know, goes to the sink, washes his hands, yada, yada, yada. This time, he's quiet. All of a sudden, Dad, look, Look, and he wouldn't flush, He's pointing at the toilet. Look, I'm like, oh my God. The thing was fucking 2 feet, or not 2, it was like 12 inches long. I'm like, how did this come out of your body?
Yeah. You're like, how did that thing fit in you?
And how did he do it standing?
Amazing.
Like he's only like 3 feet tall, and he managed to prop his butt over the porcelain and make it all happen. I couldn't believe it. And then, what's funny? So there's 2 options of toys, right? One was a little robot, one was a transformer. Robot, just throw battery in it, dances around, lights up. So he picked the robot, and 10 seconds later, he realized he made a bad decision.
It doesn't do much.
Yeah, I want the transformer.
Well, you better eat more.
I'm like, you better start. Yeah, I'm like, well, you better just kind of stay here then, because you're not getting another toy until you shit in the toilet. And it was meltdown city.
Oh, man.
He just thought he could switch it, Because I knew then, we were like, if he switches it, he'll never sit on that toilet again.
I tell you, once they see that shit come out of them, though, it's like a light bulb goes off. I've seen it where, like, if you let your kid go out and they're in that toilet training age, and you let them go out with no diaper on and just run around the yard. Yeah. And then they eventually have to go to the bathroom, and then they just do it on the yard.
Oh, my kid will put a diaper on himself.
To go take a shit in, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that is crazy.
Yeah, and then I'll call him a baby. I'm like, diapers are only for babies. And he's like, I'm not a baby, I'm Ari.
I've watched a kid shit on the yard, and then you just see him, like, just amazed.
That fact that it happened?
Because they can see it coming out of them. Most of them put their head between their legs, and they're like, oh, like, fuck, there's shit coming out of them. And they never knew. They knew they had the feeling, and they knew that it was stinky and it felt bad, but they never knew that it was coming out of that.
It was physically exiting their body.
Yeah, and then when they feel that they could, then when they know, like, oh, I can do this not in my pants, then they're like, why didn't you guys, like, just tell me this from the beginning?
Right. And you're like, as a parent, you're like, I've been fucking saying it since day one. Like,
yeah.
Jesus.
It's kind of the same when they get older, too.
Well, I don't understand. And then they'll stand in the corner when they're babies and shit standing up. It's like, man, you got to sit down. Get the legs up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, nothing's better. Like, it's got to hurt standing up.
I don't know.
I like your Asian style philosophy.
That squat, though. You got to squat.
Well, you know what? What's one thing in life that when you would never did until you had kids? I can tell you what I do. Now when I sit on the toilet, I take my kid's little step stool and I stand and I put my feet up on it, get my feet higher.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's like a necessity now. Like it's a mad panic. Sit down because you're just getting there in time, and it's like, oh, where's the step stool?
Yeah, the step stool ends up being a squatty potty.
Yeah,
they ended up all these podcasts have these like advertisements for squatty potties, and I'm like, oh, they're just like a kid's step stool.
Yeah.
So then I started using it to take a dump, and I'm like, that does fire it out better.
It fires it out way better. I get laughed at all the time, but I don't give a shit.
My kids are like 19 and 21, and we still got a step stool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they don't need a step stool.
Yeah.
Plus, they're girls; they don't even pee like standing up. So like, there's no reason for it, but except for they put their phone on it when they're taking
I was just gonna say you put a phone on it and you can throw a movie on.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'm a good 45.
That's a surefire recipe for hemorrhoids, though. By the way.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Watch a movie on the toilet. Oh my God, my whole insides would come all the way out of me.
I'm 45 minutes.
I can't be on the toilet that long.
I wait till usually my legs go numb.
You can't do that, man.
I know you're not.
Wait till you're exactly ready. Do your business. Get the hell off.
Oh, I'm not saying I do my business, but then I just
otherwise your insides are gonna come out.
I know. I know. Shit out my fucking
intestines. Your intestines. Yeah, man. They just hang when you can't hold on to those things forever. Oh, it's so terrible. Getting old sucks, man. I know I don't look like I'm old from the outside, but my insides are fucking old.
What generation would you pick?
What?
If you got to pick a generation to stay at?
You know, my wife, she's really interested in talking to her old patients. She loves to find out the secret to a long-lasting life.
Yeah, what do they say?
They always say their 60s.
Really?
Yep. Most of them say, if I could go back to any era of my life.
Are they still sexually active? Do they say? Does she?
I think the guy, they're mostly men, I think, that say the 60s.
60s?
But,
like I was told by an ex that worked at
you think about 60s, though, no work.
Yeah.
You're usually financially, like, set up.
Stable, yeah.
and you
Do whatever
still
fuck you
healthy enough to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's why they pick it. Because the rest of your young life, when you
and you can just take fucking pills to get hard on.
But I like the hustle.
Yeah, I like the 30s, and I like the 30s right now. To be honest with you.
Me, I go 20s, man, before 30s.
No responsibility.
Because 20s, you can still be a fuck up, and it's okay.
And it's okay. You've got second chances on everything.
But 30s was like, in my life at least, because of the decisions I made, my 30s were my busiest time.
Oh, I'll agree that my 30s have been the busiest by far.
Yeah, and then the 40s, it started to kind of, I don't know, you kind of just get into the rhythm of it.
It's more of emotion then, yeah.
But 30s was like, you're just fucking, you didn't have time to think, man. You're just working all the time.
Yeah,
like
no, you're right. I'm not going to lie, but
and then
I just think physically, like I'm more where I want to be now.
Yeah, I am too,
than I was when I was in my 20s.
Me too.
Like I was walking around, like you walk around with a heart on all day long.
Yeah,
like your body is still changing a little bit on the latter end, and
yeah, I mean, I think
not literally, but you know what I mean. Your head's going 100 miles an hour.
Yeah. Well, I was banking, so I was fat and I was like stagnant. I didn't move around.
Oh, okay.
So then you're like, I was just in pain all the time.
See, like I heard some guy, one comedian was talking about this the other day. He's like, in the 20s, it's like I will go anywhere. If buddy calls you up, let's go. It's like, all right, I don't even care where we're going.
Yeah.
30s, it's like, where are we going?
And then you qualify it.
Yeah, and then 40s are like, no, I'm not going.
Fucking good, yeah.
You know,
better be good.
Yeah, better be good.
Yeah. You just get a little more selective.
Yeah.
Your time becomes more valuable as you get older. Like you're just like, I don't have as much of it left. I'm not going to fuck around with like things I don't want to do.
Right.
And I don't know. I think sometimes that's counterproductive though, because when you do things you don't want to do, you get somewhere.
Well, I find every time my wife has to not force, but like coerce me to do something that I'm not necessarily right away on board to do, it turns out to be fun every time.
Yeah, it always is.
Or an adventure, or you know what I mean? It leads to something else.
Anything that takes you out of your comfort zone, you're like, yeah, this is good, man. This is better than it.
Right.
Than because you grow, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't understand how people always in today's world, especially with social media, they want everything to be like good or bad. You know, it's either black or white.
Right.
It's like binary. There's like two choices. You're on my side or their side. You're for me or you're against me. And people are just rule out the other opinion.
You're right.
And then, but the other opinion is what makes you grow. Like if you're mad about something, like if you disagree about something,
mm-hmm.
and you feel so strongly about it that it makes you mad. The only reason it makes you mad is because there's somebody on the other side that's as angry about you feeling the way you do.
Right.
And if no one felt the way you do, then no one gives a fucking shit. Then it's
right.
Like if someone makes the stance, all humans should be able to breathe air. You know, who's going to disagree with that?
Nobody.
Right? So there's no point in getting upset about that point.
Exactly.
Right?
It's just like water.
Yeah.
Everybody should have access to water in the world. It's like, man, that's a statement that has no answer.
Right. And I think if you're on the side where you can't see the other person's side, then you're a problem too.
Right.
Yeah. And then both of you guys are wrong.
I know somebody like that is like just random opinions of useless.
Opinion based on, well, I heard it from random sources and no evidence or whatever. And then I'm like, well, then, you know, like I would just like, I think if some more people, instead of being offended by someone's opinion, asked, why do you think that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, just why? And then they listen. And then, you know, you don't have to agree, but just like hear the person out. Maybe you'll have a better understanding of somebody else, you know, like that person's not necessarily evil because they think differently
right.
than you. And I don't understand because everyone's got people like this in their family. Like you got people in your family that think differently than you.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But you love them.
Mm-hmm.
You just know they have a different way of looking at the world than you do, but you still love them. They're still good people and all that. They just have different way of looking at things than you, and you disagree with them. But it's not like they're evil or on the wrong side of things. Like they're not like a bad person just because they have a few fucked up ideas. You know, like that's my opinion at least. Like most people have to put up with the dumb ideas of their family or something or their friends because they have a history. But like for a stranger, they're like they won't tolerate it at all. Or from the general public, it's like you're not thinking like me. You're like evil.
True.
And I don't think that's right because like most of the people are probably decent. You know, like probably you get along with them if you met them face to face
and give them a chance. Yeah,
give them a chance. You see, they're not just those stupid canned opinions that you get stuck on.
If people's first shot at is the first thing they want to do is disagree. Yeah,
and most of that shit's all bullshit too. It's like getting upset about something that doesn't matter. It doesn't affect them. It doesn't means nothing. It doesn't. You can get on with what you need to do to survive and help the people around you without it ever coming up. You know, and yet they make it their whole fucking identity. You want to do one more before we go?
Yeah, one more.
One more. This is the last one. You spinner, Beef. Oh, yeah.
No, we already did that one. Oh.
It just keeps going to fart in your pussy. Wait, think less?
Think less or...
Oh, boob size by country. Let's do boob size. That's a good one to add. Boob size by country. This is, of course, so I went on the online. I found out it's not as easy as you think. It's not like this country's got like this size boob. And
right. I don't know how. That'd be a tough search because, it's
so it goes by cup size.
Average.
Yeah, average cup size for country. And so there's two countries tied for number one.
Oh. So I'm going to say Brazil is one of them. They're definitely top three.
I'll tell you, Brazil. Okay, the average cup size for the number one, which is two countries are tied with, is C. Okay, and there's two countries, as I said, and Brazil. They are not in the running. They're not in the top 10.
Jeez, I wasn't even close. Okay, number one.
Now this is bra size. It's based on bra size.
Portugal.
So it's like if you got augmentation, let's say, you would then still need a bra to fit over your huge tits.
You're right.
So I would think these two countries that are in the top probably would.
Well, then is U.S. in the top?
Yeah, U.S. number one.
Oh yeah, because there's more fake tits than
fake tits than real tits. Yeah. And then who would be the second country probably have the most fakers?
Can't be Canada.
No, not Canada.
No, it'd be out in Europe. It'd be Britain.
Yep, UK. You got them. Those are the two biggest ones, and I think it is because of that.
It's got to be, man. They definitely up a whole cup because of fake titties.
Yeah, I would say so.
You know what I found out about fake titties the other day?
What?
They had a big recall not too long ago. Apparently, people were fucking like they had the silicone was fucking.
Oh, it leaks into your body. Yeah, get you sick.
I didn't know that they required maintenance. Like I thought it was a one and done deal.
Oh yeah, not those silicone ones, man.
Yeah, it'd take every so many years. You got to get a little. You got to get a.
Yeah.
You got to get a 2.0.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This next group of countries, they tie in BC. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. There's 6 countries. I would say we're starting to get into some natural titties here, some real tit countries.
Some natural ones.
And then, but there's still a couple of ones that are affected by fakers.
Okay, is there a Caribbean country in there? Top 5?
Negative.
Oh, then it's got to be a fake scenario.
We're all, I would say, European and North American.
Okay. So we're looking for number 3.
Well, just anything in the second group.
Yeah, group. Canada's in there?
Canada is in there. I think also we were probably swayed due to a faker.
Well, yeah, there's probably but not as many.
No, that's why we're in the second group.
Yeah. Plastic surgery isn't exactly a major thing in Canada.
But I'll say this next group.
Botox, maybe.
Russia.
Oh, yeah, Russians.
Colombia. Shakira.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I don't know if she got big tits, though. She got a big ass.
Yeah, but what is their next group? The B Cup?
Poland, Canada, Netherlands, Holland, and Denmark. That's the next group.
Never met a Dutch woman with a small set.
And then the B group, I think I got Australia, Hungary, Ireland.
Oh, they were still C, that other group?
They were B and BC.
BC? Okay.
Yeah. Now, smallest boobs.
Yeah, smallest Asian.
The number one smallest boob country is actually Bahamas.
Really?
The Bahamas.
Yeah, they're all slender people.
But they are in the same group with mostly African and Asian countries.
Yeah, because over there, they torture people, and the next thing they're cut off and shit.
Gambia, Mongolia.
Which is a horrible thing, but that's what they do over there. They cut arms off and
titties. They cut titties off?
I don't know, maybe.
I don't know if they do that. But I think it's just, or maybe all the people with big tits don't buy bras.
Oh, yeah, you're right. No bra. Like I
was thinking.
Bahamas, man, they probably no bra it.
Like, if you had to say from the girls that you met in your life,
yeah,
who's got the biggest tits? Like, what nationality of girls have the biggest
Dutch.
Tits? Really?
Yep.
Oh, I'd go Greek.
Yeah, Greek's up there, way up there, you're right.
Every Greek girl I met's got huge tits. And it's like, but they were like way below us on the list.
In your head, I don't want you to say it aloud, but in your head, can you think of a Dutch woman that has small tits?
There's a lot of big-titted Dutch women.
Yeah, I can't think of any.
Oh, small-titted Dutch women?
Yeah, I can't think of any. Other than on TV that you see, like the speed skaters in the Olympics from the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Because they got to be sleek, right?
Yeah, but they're strapped down, too.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they got they got the suit on.
You're right. Holland, they do have big milkers usually. You're right.
Yeah. But like you said, the skewed part of the data is the Freebirds.
Yeah, the Freebirds will definitely let you go. And also, what I was thinking about the Greeks, it's like, what if the reason that there's so many smaller bra sizes is because they have to buy a lot of small size bras for their children.
Yes, because they're maturing.
Because when they're like 8 years old, they have an A cup, and then when they're 9 years old, they have a B cup.
Which is going to skew the data, too.
They'll skew the data, and then they all got double D at the end, but then they're like, who gives a shit? I'll just tuck them into my belt line because no one's looking at my tits anymore.
Right.
Or whatever. I'll just let these fuckers swing.
Swing.
Big, droopy swingers.
So, ladies and gentlemen.
What if you had big, huge titties, Beef? You wake up tomorrow morning with big, huge titties, like huge, and they're just slow and swinging.
And they're slow and swinging?
Yeah. Like, you going to wear something, or are you just going to let those?
I'd go get surgery and tighten them bad boys up.
Surgery, eh?
Tighten them up.
You don't want to be.
I don't want them fake. I just would tighten them up.
If you came in here.
Nothing against fake ones.
You came in here with big tits, like next week.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, this happened, and then you walk in here with those big tits. I try not to even bring it up, to be honest.
Really? You would keep it. You would accept my decision, and you would try to avoid the elephant in the room.
Yeah, because if I start talking about it, I'm just going to ask if I can have a suck on them, and I'm not going to want to do that. You cup
a feel too, yeah?
Not to a friend of mine. I'm not going to want to go there. So I'm just going to try not to look. I'm going to look at, do what I do to girlfriends of mine who have big boobs, is I try to just look at you from the chin up.
Chin up.
And I don't even acknowledge the fact that you have orifices or anything. Or
you don't allow your mind to wander.
No, I do that with all my girlfriends. That's why I'm a good guy friend. Mm-hmm. I rule out the fact of the whole that
they don't that they have a body.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of bodies, ladies and gentlemen, that are watching on YouTube, you'll notice something different in the video. You'll notice that me and Pete don't have hats on. We are freebirding the no hat.
They're beautiful.
We're flowing. Even though my hair's like an inch long. But
wait till you see Beaver at the end of harvest. His hair is going to be, we'll hopefully get pictures you compare it to this one.
Yeah, I will.
It'll be exactly opposite.
Exactly opposite. I want to do it before and after.
Yeah, you got to. Right, the first day of harvest, last day of harvest.
Touching my shoulders, and it'll be fucking, I'll look like Kramer.
Yeah. I said that one time I saw you. I was like, "What happened to Beaver?"
Yeah,
you're all ripped too, and you're like, but you were.
Oh, I was halfway between Kramer and Jim Carrey off Ace Ventura.
Yeah. It was wild.
It was wild, man.
The stuff you go through for a living, it's crazy. Man.
Yeah, it's like we just go. I'll be just coming out of hell at that point.
Yeah. Anyways, everybody, that's our show. We didn't even talk about our sponsors, Clean Flow, or the way you can support our show on Patreon, because me and Beaver are having such a good time talking. But you know you can go to Patreon. You know you can support our sponsor, Clean Flow. You know you can give us a little bit of feedback at thedutchhall@gmail.com, or you can, what do you call us? Hit us. What do you call us in our DMs? Slip into our DMs.
Slip into our DMs
on Instagram
please.
at Dutch Hall. And I want to give a little shout out to Emil Van Steeg. Beaver last week called you Eves Van Steeg.
Oh shit!
He mixed up my cousin and you, and I'll tell you, because you're a Diamond Club listener, and we'll never do
apologize.
that again.
I did say Eves. I know exactly when I said it.
You said Eves Van Steeg, and I was like, "This is a Diamond Club, man.
Yeah,
we gotta respect this guy."
I apologize, buddy.
Anyways,
really sorry.
Thanks a lot, everyone that's listening.
Hey, slip down to your local automotive shop and get some Clean Flow products.
Lube up your life, people. Yeah, until next week, we'll see you in T.
Bust a nut.
Next Thursday. Hit it, buddy. Oh, wait. Yeah. Way better than John. Just, the other guy's talking, you're talking.
Well, and that's what makes it feel faster, because you're not, you're just bouncing off each other, not waiting for that third. That's it. Yeah, is that third person to jump in? And I don't want to overtake. And
I like these beats.
My brother-in-law, he'll eat a whole jar of beets. My sister-in-law did. My brother did that at his house with my sister-in-law. And they're really good.
Yeah, you can put them in full sun. Animals don't get into them. You can cook carrots.
Yeah, animals aren't getting them back. You get the odd jackrabbit that's so long that it'll grab like the odd thing that's leaning over the side. That's it.
The bottom's like, you just gotta line it with that claw.
Yeah.
And then the wire is still like through style opening.
Back to
yeah, she's headlining a gig on Sunset Boulevard. Based on the poster, she's headlining.
Dude, she's doing the total opposite of what she was at. You guys groomed her to do if we come successful.
They can't turn down those opportunities, but she's gonna fail at them. She's totally not ready. It's like I told her this was gonna happen.
did. You said it right from day one. You told me and Pete, or told me and Johnny. And fucking, man, so I've been struggling. It's hard to see her, like, live because where she is, in, like you said, in California, no one's taking video. They're not allowed to take videos of her, right? I've seen a couple of hers, and some of the, like, you don't hear the crowd at all at the end of her punchline. Like, literally, you don't hear it at all. No. That's just me, in my opinion. Am I right with that?
Fuck, man. She's in her first year of comedy. Don't put out clips.
Man, she ends certain jokes with a reaction that a crowd should have. Like, ooh, and, you know.
Cracking your own joke.
Cracking your own joke. Well, probably, as a comedian, you guys probably have a thing for that. Has its times of being suitable, maybe, I guess, but I've never heard, like, certain comedians.
You're right. What you're doing, Beav, is like, probably without really knowing the reason why. You're just seeing a person without the experience to put out those clips. I'm pressured with my clips. I don't want to put them out because I want it to be worth something someday. Like, I just want it to be like
well, and you know what I love about your act too? Your tone of voice does this. Where it needs to. She's like this.
That's the first sign of what you can tell with a new comic versus one that's been around. Is that they have rhythm or they don't have rhythm.
That's the word I was looking for. She has zero rhythm.
Yeah, she hasn't found her.
Which she will, and you know that. But
all new comics, that's their tell why they suck. They're like, oh, you're new at it, right? Because you don't sound like you got your thing. And even a guy like Dan Brandon, he's got his rhythm. He doesn't have jokes, but he's got his rhythm. But Patel has the rhythm, all of them the joke. Right. But
Joe forces jokes. Dan just has rhythm and story.
They're mostly humble brag. How about you go to Halifax and do a yucca thing and bid on it? I already got probably lost money on it. But good.
But I'm like, a good thing that you got to give, but
What do you get for them?
yeah.
But it's like I know
What do you get for me? He's going to brag about it.
Yeah. It's going to make Dan feel good, and that's good. It is some validation in the industry, which is always nice. But
He's so heavy into his accent. Holy fuck.
he has fucking been in this country since he's 9 years old.
And he's stuck, like he's fucking sitting in a pub in fucking Ireland.
Who does he think he is?
Huh?
Like, who does he think he is? He's not that guy. He's a Canadian guy.
Right. But when he talks, there's nothing Canadian about it.
There's nothing Irish about him either if you actually go listen to him versus a real Irish guy. They don't sound like that. They sound like
Americanized.
they would only hear the American Canadian of them. We only hear the Irish of it. He's in limbo and no one likes him.
More or less.
They're all like, what is that voice? What is that accent? And it's no accent. It's not Irish either. It's something Dan Brennan.
You know what he's really good at, though, sometimes? Is he builds up a story, and he has such long pauses in them, like, I think he's going to tell me something really cool or interesting. Not. Right? Whereas Joe talks so fast, you're trying to find the fucking entertainment in it. Like, Joe will interrupt his own jokes.
Yeah.
Is there such a thing as that?
Yeah.
He'll interrupt his own jokes with a fucking...
If there's anyone with ADD, it's Joe.
Oh, yeah.
That fucking guy can't control himself at all.
He can't stay out of front of mine.
Lucky he doesn't like we're all lucky he doesn't just dry hump everyone that meets. Every person really. Such a fucking horny little
tell you about his autistic child or his Down syndrome child. He can't wait to tell you about. She's autistic. Okay. And he can't wait to tell you about how ugly his wife is.
But he likes her and he likes her.
Right. Only guy in my life I've ever met that is like that. He truly hates his wife. But I would tell you he loves her.
Well, he loves her just with a kid, but.
Huh? Oh, well, let's put it this way. He would cheat on her more if he wasn't so ugly.
Dude, man, these fucking people that I'm like, how did you do that? Like, I don't even believe you. And then he goes,
Yeah, right.
what?
Pity party.
I don't know, I think they just end up, like, I think he works them over the long term.
Yeah. He's playing 18 holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And eventually they break down both.
Starts everything in.
I'm gonna be quick. Hanging out with Don one night, nursery, Bill's going to like
Put it.
take all the chances. Get caught. You know, social media is fucked up. Because, like my brother, he would say, he's going to go on social media for a long time. I don't want any girls in this field. I don't want to play with kids.
Why was he something Christopher asshole like?
No, but well, he's really worried that he's got to go pregnant by him and he's left.
Ah!
And then they're going to find him.
They're going to magically find him.
On social media, yeah. That's what's all bugged up. They'll never be called him.
That's hilarious.
Really thinks his loneliness showed up.
Oh my god. He needs to own himself.
Yeah.
So he needs to take.
You ever look up a girl though? That you used to be with and then see her and like how she is?
Yeah, a few times.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've looked up a few.
a couple.
Most of the girls that I've done with, like, they don't do social media. They find them on the internet.
See, a lot of them was a lot of one night stands, really. So I didn't never really like if I could remember their names.
Yeah. I've never had that.
There's also a lot of scenarios where, like, I'll look up what someone looks like somebody that I was interested in, but it never happened.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've had broads that I was head over heels for when I was younger, and if I were like, they were like later on, they were like, oh, I wish we would have dated, and it's like, you fucking had a chance. You fucking idiot. One broad, smoke show, and we were in our early 20s. She fucking slept with a black dude, and they got fucking pregnant, and I just had a black kid. And it's like, you lost out on so many opportunities. Like, don't get me wrong, the kid's fucking, I'm thinking in my head, the kid's fucking great, don't worry.
Who's gonna want to walk around with his obviously not there?
Okay, and look at this. I'll show you a picture of her. She ended up marrying the whitest guy ever. The whitest guy ever. Like, look at their daughter together. Like that, those brother and sister. You know what I mean? The black go from the blackest black to the whitest white.
Who tells us?
Oh fuck you, so I this case she wanted like I remember fucking out with her a little bit one night at the hotel. Oh, I was going back in time.
Make your Canadian small business stand out with a .ca domain. It's easy with Go.
You're walking in the woods. There's no one around and your phone is dead. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot him. Shia LaBeouf. He's following you, about 30 feet back. He gets down on all fours and breaks into a sprint. He's gaining on you.
Shia LaBeouf.
You're looking for your car, but you're all turned around. He's almost upon you now, and you can see there's blood on his face. My God, there's blood everywhere.
Running for your life from Shia LaBeouf. He's brandishing a knife. It's Shia LaBeouf. Lurking in the shadows. Hollywood superstar Shia LaBeouf. Living in the woods. Shia LaBeouf. Killing for sport. Shia LaBeouf. Eating all the bodies. Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Now it's dark, and you seem to have lost him. But you're hopelessly lost yourself, stranded with a murderer. You creep silently through the underbrush. Aha! In the distance, a small cottage with a light on. Hope. You move stealthily toward it, but your leg! Ah! It's caught in a bear trap!
Gnawing off your leg.
Quiet, quiet.
Limping to the cottage.
Quiet, quiet.
Now you're on the doorstep. Sitting inside. Shia LaBeouf. Sharpening an axe. Shia LaBeouf. But he doesn't hear you enter. Shia LaBeouf. You're sneaking up behind him. Strangling superstar Shia LaBeouf. Fighting for your life with Shia LaBeouf. Wrestling a knife with Shia LaBeouf. Stab it in his kidney. Safe at last from Shia LaBeouf.
You limp into the dark woods, blood oozing from your stump leg. You've beaten Shia LaBeouf.
Wait, he isn't dead. Shia, surprise, there's a gun to your head and death in his eyes, but you can do jujitsu. Body slam, superstar Shia LaBeouf. Legendary fight with Shia LaBeouf. Come on Tuesday night for Shia LaBeouf. You try to swing an axe at Shia LaBeouf, but blood is draining fast from your stump leg. He's dodging every swipe. He parries to the left. You cut him to the right. You catch him in the neck. You're chopping off his head now. You have just decapitated Shia LaBeouf.
His head topples to the floor, expressionless. You fall to your knees and catch your breath. You're finally safe from Shia LaBeouf.
He's good. And then he like feels a little guilty.
That was it?
That's it. I fucking
How many views has it got?
Oh man, I don't know. Let's see.
How many? 100?
Oh yeah, 81 million.
No way.
81 million views. Yeah. I've watched it probably a million.
So he's.
It's like my favorite thing on the internet. I think it's like the most ostentatious undertaking I've ever seen for a ridiculous thing. Yeah, like where they've gone so over the top. I love it, man.
So 81 million views, man. He's making money just off the views.
I know, it's just for like fun. It's like a men's club that meets every week.
Joyous time with my 3 grandkids and being able to spoil them with their favorite Lay's chips.
Our next guest is an acclaimed singer-songwriter and a musician whose forthcoming album, I have a copy right here, entitled Strange Mercy. Please welcome back to the program, St. Vincent.
Kids, for they don't know how to live
cruel. They could take or leave you, so they took you and they left you. How can they be casually shelves were all empty, so I went to the bank to check my checking. The man looked at my face, said, "We don't have a record." Oh no, you thought we had forgotten. The show is only getting started. The road is feeling like a pothole. Sit down, stand up, head down, hands up, and you're weighing. You got to bring your way in. Shine. You know what I want? What do you know? What do you know? You know what I want? Keep your rights, baby. To the park just to watch the little children. The mothers saw my heels and they said I wasn't welcome, so I went back home. I was feeling kind of queasy, but all the locks were changed. My baby wouldn't see me. Oh no, you put your finger on it. The stove is only getting hotter. The sun is got to melt. Stand up, sit down, hands up, break down.
Over $2 million a month is won by Spin and Go players in Ontario.
I'm in. eyes on the Mandalorian. Not yet. Bringing the Mandalorian to you, Captain.
Take Ferric. They have a target lock on us.
You've got to tune to KEXP at listener-powered radio, 90.3 FM in Seattle, and streaming around the world at kexp.org. I'm Cheryl Waters. I'm so excited to have St. Vincent live in the studio today. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
You played an amazing show at the Moore Theater last night and another show tonight. It must be nice to be in a town more than one day, not have to rush off to the next city.
It is really nice. It's like you make a little cozy home for 48 hours.
Well, thank you for coming here on your day off.
My pleasure.
Hopefully this is a cozy home for you. We're always very excited to have you in studio.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here. And also, I have to say, those of you who can't necessarily see it from listening to the radio, but you look like that scene in Willy Wonka right now where the, lizards are slithering across the people's, you know what I'm talking about?
Because of the reflection,
yeah,
infinity.
Because the reflection of these beautiful lights in this beautiful new studio.
I love
It's very psychedelic.
We often have the drummer sitting there. We don't have a drummer for this session. And when I see that visual on our videos, I often think it's like out of the Matrix.
Yeah. We're really in a moment here.
It's very cool. Well, we coordinated the lights to look great. You look amazing, as you always do. You claimed on the way in here that you're usually in yoga pants and a T-shirt. But, boy, whenever I see you in any press or just a candid shot of you walking around town somewhere, you look incredible.
Thank you. Bless you.
I'd love to have you jump into music, but as long as we are talking about fashion, and I do so love your fashion, is that something that you have always been interested in, even as a kid? Because you really are so creative with what you wear.
Thanks. I do. I like it so much, and I liked it as a kid, too. But, that back when I was a kid, it was more like, what can I find at thrift stores and throw together and all that. But yeah, it's just another avenue for expression.
Well, if you're ever going to be handing down the boots that you wore last night at the show, are
Saved the fucking goal. Did you see that part where he saved the goal?
I don't know. I know I was watching now. It's the whole game.
Man, he deserves.
Should not be.
He needs to be on the ice, no matter
Well,
what.
that kid in a couple of years.
Oh
my God!
Thank God Dubas didn't get rid of him at the trade deadline. Like, there's teams probably wanting him for sure.
This guy comes right out of college. He's been in a playoff.
Yeah,
and making a difference.
Making a huge difference.
And, I can't even believe it.
I just don't know who they're gonna fucking sit next game. Like,
I wouldn't play him. I wouldn't play the guy. I would
switch.
Play the same lineup, man. You won 2 in a row.
And they lost with Bunting in the lineup.
Hey, you keep your lineup. You just had 2 games where you proved you guys aren't going to be willing.
You know what they'll do though? They'll fucking sit like Lafferty or Austin Reeves, which they shouldn't, because that line, the camp fourth line,
dude, these guys won 2 games in a row. They shouldn't have won.
The reason why
I don't see sitting anybody unless they fuck up something.
Right.
You know.
But I'll be honest with you, the best thing they did, which I called right in going into playoffs, they didn't do it game 1. O'Reilly needs to be on the third fucking line, center.
Yeah,
with Kerfoot and with Knight.
Oh, that's a good line.
No, sorry, Kerfoot and Achari.
Who's Knight on the second line then?
They switch him with second and first line.
And Nylander and who?
Nylander and Tavares with either Knight.
Right.
And then it's fucking
That's what I mean. I don't think you mix anything up. Like I would say anything you change now
It's gonna hurt you.
It's gonna hurt you. Yeah.
Now, like you just said, if one guy fucks up, like if Lafferty or Austin Reese fuck up, then you put Bunting in. Like as far as I'm concerned, Bunting's not getting signed next year. He's on a contract year.
Oh yeah, Bunting's gonna be a tough guy to beat. He's gonna have a hard time finding a home. Because he's just.
And he's gonna want $3-4 million. He's gonna want.
And he's ahead of it. Like, because he's like always like he's gonna be doing things that are gonna get him in trouble. Majority of his points
Or secondary assists. Or given the fucking empty net because he played with fucking Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner.
And if you know that, don't you think the other team?
But you would fucking think they'd see that. Like, how are me and you the only ones seeing? We just dissected their whole team in the right way.
Yeah, I barely watched it.
Right.
That's what I mean. Like, they know this guy's gonna have a hard time signing next year. I think Leafs will get him for a discount if we get him.
Yes. You know what they'll offer him? He'll say, because he'll want, if I was Bunting, I would want to play in Toronto. Like, it's all you know, right?
If the team's looking for some sandpaper or something that's like, the team's a bunch of pussies and they need some guy, maybe then they'll pick him up. But I don't know who wants that. I don't even know if that's valuable.
If I was Bunting, I'd take it at $2 million. It's worth $2 million.
Sure, that seems reasonable. But 3-4 is not.
Sign him in 3 years. Give him a low contract, say, man, prove yourself again, which is fucked up in the playoffs. Like, you can't do that. Kadri 2.0.
Yeah.
Right?
You're going to put him out in the playoffs and he does something stupid and then he's fine.
5-minute major? Like, fuck.
Yeah. Like, it's not worth it.
Toronto, if I see Bunting in the lineup, next game, I'm going on. They're over. That's all.
I signed up for the That's why, like, probably in like 10 years, you'll see that same kid wearing an Avalanche jersey. And you're like, why do you like the Avalanche? It sucks. He's like, I started watching that kid and I'm like, I love him now.
My brother, his brother-in-law is a Blues fan. So his father-in-law. I was fucking tired of the whole that fucking watching. You should see this kid. He's got, everything about dissecting sport and shit. He's working. He's not a professor. Who's the bitch that was the professor? The TA. Yeah. He's gonna be a fucking, either he's gonna be a doctor or a lawyer. And he's trying to do it. Yeah. Talking to him like talking to himself.
It's the worst
Like,
because those guys think they're so smart.
So smart.
And they think, well, also I'm very educated. Oh, educated. Have you lived in your life? No, I haven't. But
you've lived in front of books. But anyways, he's fucking, he dissects the game like he thinks he knows everything. And he chirps Toronto and he's all, well, at least I've fucking seen 3 cups. It's like, dude, you're fucking, I think he's 30, maybe. Like, the last cup was in 08, 09.
Yeah.
Like, you were a fucking baby, man, when they fucking won.
Yeah. Exactly.
Don't tell me you've seen fucking 3 cups. You've seen 07 and 08 when you were a child.
Yeah, that's probably why you're a fan.
Yeah. And the guy that captained that team is now the general manager. Like, holy fuck. It tells you, like, you've seen the latter end of a fucking...
Because I went back in Detroit.
Yeah.
Who's in Tampa now? That's the general manager.
I don't know.
But the good player,
He was
man.
a good playoff player.
Yeah, he was really, really underrated. He was a guy you could count on. And Kenny Danko, remember Kenny Danko on the blue line?
Oh, yeah, man.
Fucking beauty, man. Fucking beauty.
The only thing I hate in history about New Jersey Devils is Clarkson. New Jersey Devils created Dave Clarkson, who turned into the worst contract in NHL history, not just in Toronto. Toronto signed him for the contract, but it was the worst contract in NHL history. The guy fucking, I remember, he fucking got into a fight and got suspended for fucking 6 games in exhibition. No one's ever done that.
Worst trade in NHL history?
What is my worst trade? Worst trade. I haven't even.
Worst Leaf trade was what I consider the worst trade for Dr. Leaf. And the worst Leaf trade was Russ Cortland for Gordon.
Oh, yeah.
Gordon. That's a fucking I did that. Well, no, it's right there. I did that, and I did that for years. And then you get to a point where you like, I did it. I'm done grinding. Yeah, like I did it. I got something now. So now, if I'm going to keep grinding, I have to grind to get something. And if I'm not getting something out of grinding, then I'm flying on my own. Right. Doesn't make sense. So that's where I am. He's just not there yet. I've been doing it a couple years. But he's a couple years behind me. It's like when I was like maybe a couple years ago, I was only worried about being on sets.
I'll be honest with you. I honestly think like I've been starting to hear like very successful comedians will sit down together and talk about that of the grind because I think they're seeing a lot of comics that are coming up to them and being like, grinding it out, and still getting nowhere. Like I should, in my mind, I should be here, and I'm only here. And in their minds, they're like, guess what? This is the 1%ers you're looking at here.
Yeah.
I grinded it out for 20 years too, but I
did something you didn't do. And a lot of times there is a bit of commitment. Like this guy Mace Malone, he's like a terrific comedian. He had on one of our shows in the church.
Yeah, I remember.
He did his hours 23 minutes. But Johnny was telling me a story how Mace was at the Young Club. And he's back in LA and he did a show at Liberty and all his old friends were there. They were not doing comedy. And as he said, he's like, I gotta go home. And I'm like, why don't you stay home with me? He's like, all that. I said, I go home, I gotta watch this tape, I gotta break it down, I gotta talk, break them one week, and the next time to improve on it. And by the time I finish that, it's gonna be like 4 in the morning.
So he's fucking grinding hard still.
He's like, what are the comedians is like not staying after the high of killing in front of all the people that want to party with you, and you're going to go home and break down tape to get better. Because you have to do it while it's fresh. You won't be as good the next day. And I'm like, I don't know anyone that does that. No one does. This guy's doing something that no one else is doing, and he's better than most people. That's why. You know, like he's paying
It's no
price
different than an athlete sitting in the gym at 4 a.m.
He's doing something that no one else is doing. He's like, he's working harder than the rest of us. That's why he's better than the rest of us. Yeah. Like, it's simple. It's simple. You gotta, like, work hard, man. You gotta, like, people have had podcasts that saw most of
like
it.
Like the shows now feel so natural.
Yeah.
It feels like a podcast. The way a podcast should be felt.
Yeah, like there's no thinking. I don't feel nervous.
What I mean is
like it's when you capture. What I wanted to do with the show is capture the real interactions, like conversations that we have. And tonight we had a real conversation.
Yeah.
It was like this is the same. This is the same as we were doing on the show. But we were doing that on air, but we weren't any different.
No.
And if the mics were on us now, we would still be talking like this.
I honestly think me and you could pull a 3-hour fucking without even blinking.
No, I know that. I know it for sure. Like, I know who wants to break the world record. If I would get the right people on it.
Yeah.
To like say we could stagger it, that who's going to time out. We could
Eight made to play, not to skip.
888 Casino, made to play.
Birds fall from the window ledge above mine. Then they flap their wings at the last second. You see, birds fall from the window ledge above mine. Then they flap their wings at the last second. I can see their dead weight just dropping like stones or small loaves of bread past my window all the time. But unless I get up, walk across the room and peer down below, I don't see their last second curves toward a horizontal flight. All these birds just falling from the ledge like stones. Now, due to a construct in my mind that makes their falling and their flight symbolic of my entire existence, it becomes important for me to get up and see their last second curves for flight. It's almost as if my life would fall unless I see their ascent. Mr. Mastodon Farm, Mr. Mastodon Farm, cuts swatches out of all material. Mr. Mastodon Farm, Mr. Mastodon Farm, cuts swatches out of all material. Birds fall from the window ledge above mine, then they flap their wings at the last second. I said birds fall from the window ledge above mine, then they flap their wings at the last second. But unless I get up, walk across the room, and peer down below, I won't see their last second curves toward a horizontal flight. All these birds just falling from the ledge like stones. Now, due to a construct in my mind that makes their falling and their flight symbolic of my entire existence, it becomes important for me to get up and see their last second curves toward flight. It's almost like my life will fall unless I see their ascent. Oh yeah, all right, Mr. Mastodon Farm, Mr. Mastodon Farm, cut swatches out
Make your Canadian small business stand out with a .ca domain. It's easy with GoDaddy's domain search tool. All this at an affordable price. Come on, Canada. Get your .ca before it's gone. Start today.
One, two, three, four. Well, Jolene unlocked the thick breezeway door like she'd done 100 times before. Jolene smoothed her dark hair in the mirror. She folded the towel carefully and put it back in place. Yeah, I wanna pull you down into bed. Father's uneven snores. Right then she knew there must be something more. Jolene heard the singing in the forest. She opened the door quietly and stepped into the night. Yeah, I wanna throw you out into space. Smoke. That sickly scent is always, always there. Yeah, yeah.
Nothing's more important than family. For me, joy is time with my 3 grandkids, and that means being able to spoil them with their favorite flavors of Lay's chips.
I woke up to the morning sky first. Baby blue, just like we rehearsed. When I get up off this ground, shake leaves back down to the brown, 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 till I'm clean. Then I walk where I'll be shaded by the trees, by a meadow of green, for about a mile. I'm headed to town, 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 in style. With all my favorite colors, yes ma'am. I got all my favorite colors right now. My sisters and my brothers, see them like no other. All my favorite colors. So good day to me, a good day for me, a good day to see my favorite colors. My sisters and my brothers, they see them like no other. All my favorite colors, yeah. I'll take you to the other side, where the baby blues birds fly, see them fly. And gray clouds, or white walls, or blue skies, we gon' fly, feel alright. Yeah, we feel alright today. Now we gon' they sound like a the least I can say, I anticipate a homecoming parade is peeping the gate in the morning, right on. With all my favorite colors, yes ma'am. I got all my favorite colors, right on. My sisters and my brothers, see them like no other. All my favorite colors. It's a good day to me, a good day for me, a good day to see my favorite colors, colors. My sisters and my brothers, they see them like no other. All my favorite colors, yeah. Help me sing the song, man. I'm on the other side, where the baby blues birds fly, and gray clouds, or white walls, or blue skies, we gon' fly, feel alright. Somebody help me feel alright tonight. Now we gon' they sound like a the least I can say, I anticipate a homecoming parade is peeping the gate in the morning.
happened to me at that Narcotics Anonymous gig.
Okay, Steve.
Dive into 888 Casino because it's made to blow minds. It's made to unwind. It's made to take a chance. It's made to dance.
It's just made to play.
888 Casino.
It's been a long time since I've seen your smiling face. It's been a long time since I've seen a sunny day.